Hey folks, I'm Chris and I'm your Commander Mechanic. Now that Kamigawa Neon Dynasty has officially been released, I'm getting bombarded by new builds with new commanders, so it's time to get back into the swing of tune-ups. This week we have a fresh deck from viewer Matt Flucher featuring Go Shintai of Life's Origin, our new 5-color Shrines commander. Check out Matt's original list in the description. Matt decided to lean into a legendary theme with his Go Shintai build, featuring all of the shrines, but also ensuring that every creature in the deck is legendary as well. This plays off the fact that all of the shrines, even the non-creature ones, are legendary. This turns the deck into something that isn't as linear as one might assume. Pulling the shrines from your deck to get their synergies is one game plan, sure, but then capitalizing on some of these legendary synergies is incredibly fascinating. Using cards like Reki, History of Kamigawa, to draw cards whenever you cast, well, anything, is fantastic value and great longevity. Sisei, both flavors, are tutors for just about anything in your deck and are incredible utility even if you can't rely on having them in the command zone like some lists would. Kethis, the Hidden Hand, is a cost reducer for just about everything in the deck, and lets you recur legendary cards from your graveyard. This is handy when our commander lets us reanimate enchantments for a cost. Discarding a shrine isn't a big loss. And the legendary spells like Kamal's Druidic Vow, Primeval's Glorious Rebirth, and Urza's Ruinous Blast make the most sense, as everything is legendary. There's not a lot I would change about this deck in all honesty. It seems like it's really got a clear theme and goal in mind. I do feel that the mana is going to be the largest issue though. Getting to Wooburg is going to be a challenge with no fetches, no triomes, and no shocklands. It'll be rough. Matt's inclusions of the pathways, all of them, is one way to go, but without being able to choose which pathways you draw, I can see some real feel-bad moments where you're missing 1 to 2 of your colors and just can't cast stuff from your hand. I would really recommend Chromatic Lantern in decks that run all 5 colors as a big helper, along with lands that can make all 5 colors. Mana Confluence, City of Brass, or even Cascading Cataracts would do wonders for a 5-color build like this, especially when so many permanents or activated abilities require the full Wooburg. Normally, I'm not an advocate for lands that enter the battlefield tapped, but when you need all 5 colors, it's easy to forget that lands like Path of Ancestry are just tapped command towers that occasionally scry one. With that being said, I think there's a lot of ways to build Go Shintai of Life's Origin. A lot of people are grateful to get a 5-color Shrine commander finally, but I see something different. An Enchantment Reanimator commander. A lot of people I've talked to recently still lament that they can't get Gen Arcanum Weaver working, and Go Shintai has said hold my beer. If you want a way to cheat ridiculous enchantments into play, look no further. With a healthy dose of self-mill to get enchantments into the yard, you can pay Wooburg every turn, sometimes more than once if mana allows, to get big, dumb enchantments into play over and over. I'm talking mana enhancers like Mirari's Wake, and mana reflections, and Nyxbloom Ancient to ensure you'll never lack all 5 colors again. I'm talking recurring that Sphere of Safety or Solitary Confinement, so you never have to worry about being attacked or being dealt damage again. I'm talking reanimating a Starfield of Nyx at the end of your opponent's turn, turning all of your enchantments into creatures and running over your opponents. That's right, I am confident Go Shintai is the best 5-color Enchantress commander we've ever received, and I've put together a deck list in the description below that puts this to practice. Utilizing some of the best universal mill cards like Mesmeric Orb or Dreamborn Muse to fill graveyards to get access to your sweet enchantments is your primary game plan here. After all, if there's nothing in your yard, there's nothing to cheat back. Then, with all of the excellent Enchantress pieces that draw cards when an enchantment enters the battlefield, like Eidolon of Blossoms or Citizen Champion, we'll easily be refilling our hands on activation. Since we want to be cheating enchantments into play rather than casting them, these enter the battlefield to draw cards become a higher priority than the cast to draw cards like Sithis, Harvest Hand, Enchantress's Presence, or Mesa Enchantress. Ensuring our color fixing is on enchantments as well, like Fertile Ground, Wild Growth, or Utopia Sprawl, ensures we can still include these cast to draw pieces, have all of our colors, and stay on top of card advantage. Of course, the dream scenario here is reanimating something like an Omniscience, and just dumping our hands every turn. Or, with these Enchantress pieces that draw on cast, just machine gunning through our deck. Playing an enchantment for free, drawing a card, playing another enchantment for free, and so on and so forth. It's easy enough to do and easy enough to go wild with it. It might not be the least expensive build, but it can do some really fun stuff. This is a high value floor deck. Even if we aren't reanimating enchantments, everything we play is big and bomby and is going to get us long-term value. There aren't a lot of enchantment-based board wipes out there, and they're played pretty few and far between. Apart from Austere Command or the new Farewell, chances are if you land some of these enchantments, they're going to stick around for a while. That means that you can get some real value out of this deck, and even without your commander being around, even without reanimating enchantments, you're gonna be doing some pretty busted stuff. A quick reminder to everyone to be kind to each other. Take other people's enjoyment, feelings, and time into consideration. We get passionate about this game, but take a moment to think about the impact your words or actions may have on someone else. We get mired in discourse as Magic players, but a little bit of empathy goes a long way. I haven't said it in a while, but there's no right or wrong way to play this game, but there's absolutely a way to be a shitty person. Avoid that, please. Check out my full build in the link below. Let me know what you'd add or change, or how you're planning on building your Go Shintai of Life's Origin decks in the comments below. And, as always folks, good luck and have fun.